Hello, good people. Welcome back to my channel. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whoever you are, wherever you're watching from, and whenever you're tuning in. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Today, I am going to be talking about a specific medical situation with me, and I will be asking for your comments, your thoughts at the end of the video. So, I mentioned previously that I have an abdominal aortic aneurysm, also known as a AAA. That is a ballooning of the aneurysm, a ballooning of the aorta, and of course the aorta is the artery that provides blood to your entire body. So what we're talking about is the part of the aorta that is between the sternum, the bottom of the rib cage, and the navel or the belly button. At that point, it splits off and becomes known as the iliac arteries. So I have this AAA, and we've known about it since I think 2016. And it's pretty much just been a monitor it, be aware of its existence, and keep an eye on it. Well, in December, I ended up hospitalized because of this excruciating pain I have in my lower back on the right side, my abdomen, my side, and going down into my right groin. The pain had gotten so bad that I was seriously contemplating suicide. I ended up going to the emergency room, and they there took a CT scan of my abdomen and found that my aneurysm is now at 5.1 centimeters. Which the previous time it was measured was April of 2020, so that was 21 months prior, and at that time it was 4.2 centimeters. So in 21 months' time, it has grown 0.9 centimeters. If it was growing at 1 centimeter per year, then they would immediately do the surgical repair. It's not. And so that's not a reason to do the repair right now. They say that an asymptomatic AAA that's growing at less than 1 centimeter per year does not require surgery. At 5.5 centimeters, regardless of anything else, at 5.5 centimeters, then surgery is necessary to repair it because of the risk of rupture. My aneurysm, although it's not growing at that rate, it was described as symptomatic. The reason it's symptomatic is the appearance in the CT. They called it a haziness. And also because it is painful. They don't believe it's causing all of this pain that I'm having. However, the aneurysm itself is painful. When they examined me in the hospital, 3 different surgeons, vascular surgeons, examined me, and when they pressed on my abdomen, they could feel this, what they describe as a pulsatile mass, and it was painful when they pressed on this, and they could feel the pulsing at the same time I was feeling the hurting. And also during, when I've been going through physical therapy, when I'm laying face down on the table, I can feel that pulsing pain in my abdomen, pulling all through my abdomen all the way to the front wall of my abdomen. In fact, prior to this hospitalization, I had asked my physical therapist about this pain, this pulsing pain and asked if that is muscular or if that's nerve related. Do they cause that rhythmic, very rhythmic pulsing? And my therapist said that did not at all sound to him like it was musculoskeletal or nerve related, that it typically would not be that continuous rhythmic pain, that it actually corresponds with my heart rate. And so we know that it is causing pain, and we know that it had this hazy appearance, and so it is described as symptomatic. In 21 months, it grew 0.9 centimeters, which turns out to be about 0.04 centimeters per month. So if it is 5.1 centimeters now, or in December, early December, and the measurement for surgery is 5.5 centimeters, so I am 0.4 centimeters or 4 millimeters away from the point that they would say surgery is necessary. At my current growth rate of 0.4 of a millimeter per month, that means that in 9.3 months, my aneurysm will be 5.5 centimeters. So in 9.3 months, they will then say, you have to have this aneurysm repaired. So, at the time I was hospitalized, we didn't know if there was a problem with my back that would require surgery. And the surgeon explained to me that if I had this repair of my aneurysm, because it's not a simple repair, it's a complicated repair, it would have a lengthy recovery, and during that recovery, I would not be able to have back surgery if it was determined that I needed back surgery. And so I demurred on surgery at that time because I did not want to delay fixing the actual pain that I'm having in my back. Since then, I've had the MRI. There is nothing surgical about the back, so that is no longer a factor. And so I am leaning towards, if I'm going to have the aneurysm repaired, I would like to have it repaired sooner rather than later. A big part of that is the dread factor for me. I hate pain, I hate surgery, I hate recovering from surgery. And so if I know that in 9.3 months I'm going to have this surgical procedure with an extended recovery time, I would rather have that all in my rearview mirror. I'd rather have that behind me rather than before me. And so I had made an appointment for a video visit with the vascular surgeon. But then we got the MRI, and her nurse called and said that she wanted to cancel the video visit and just do a ultrasound in 6 months to see where the aneurysm is at. In the meantime, I found out that the vascular surgeon and my primary care had had a discussion about this, and that they had decided against surgery at this time. So I found this out last week when I was talking with my primary care provider, and he explained that they had had this conversation and decided against surgery. And I explained to him that I thought it was inappropriate for the two of them to decide against surgery, because I think that I, as the patient, should be involved in that decision-making process. And he apologized. He didn't want to, it was not his intent to take me out of the process. However, as he explained it, the decision rests with the surgeon and the surgeon alone. And because she doesn't think it's causing the rest of this pain, she decided against the surgery. Again, I'm 9.3 months from the point when she would decide exactly the opposite, when she would decide you need to have surgery. And I asked my doctor, if I'm 9.3 months away from the surgery being necessary, what exactly is it between the two of you that you think is going to kill me in the next 9 months so that the surgery won't be necessary? You know, unless I'm dead by the time 9.3 months rolls around, I'm going to have the surgery. So shouldn't it then be my decision whether to wait that 9.3 months or to have it, rather sooner than that? I just think I believe that that's a decision that the patient should be involved in. And so for that reason, because they had this discussion and made this decision without my involvement, and because my own consideration, my own opinion is not important to them, I have made the decision to choose a different vascular surgeon. There's more behind that decision, but this was something that I feel very strongly about. I think as the patient who is going to have surgery in 9.3 months, I think I should have some input as to whether we wait 9.3 months or if we have it sooner. I'm curious what all of you think about that. What are your thoughts? Am I right in believing that the patient should have a say in this? It's not a question of if the surgery will be required. It's a question of when the surgery will be required. Shouldn't I, as the patient, have the right to participate in the timeline? What do you think? Am I totally out of the realm of reasonableness in expecting to be a part of that? I'm curious. I don't know. Anyway, please comment. Please share this video. Ask other people that you know to watch this video and to participate also. Let me know what they think. I have made the decision to change surgeons. That is a decision that has been made, primarily for this reason. Although another factor is that she apparently, according to my PCP, she told him that aneurysms do not cause pain until they are ready to rupture. Since I have now been well over a month since I was hospitalized, that my aneurysm can't be causing pain. Yet she and two other vascular surgeons in the hospital notes very clearly state that my aneurysm is causing pain. And I know that the aneurysm is causing pain. I can feel it right now. I can put my hand right there and I can feel it pulsing with my pulse in my neck. And I can tell you that that is causing pain. That it's not excruciating pain, but it is pain. And to say that my physical therapist must not know what he's talking about, because muscles do cause steady rhythmic pain that corresponds to the pulse in your neck. I just don't see why you would want to discredit my physical therapist. And then the other thing is when they did the angioplasty on me a few years ago and worked on and put the stents in my leg, she told me that I would not be under anesthesia, that I would be sedated. They use Versed for that procedure, I know that. And she said that I would be drowsy and would sleep through most of it, that I would not remember anything, etc. And yet, I was awake through almost the entire procedure. There is a certain point very late in the procedure, because it took over 2 hours, that my memory fades. But I very clearly remember watching the flat screen panels, with the images, off to my right. There was a hood covering me, but it was open on the right. And I very clearly watched everything that was going on. The nurse would occasionally peek under, see that I was still awake, and say, "Oh, he's still awake." And then the doctor would say, "Well, give him some more Versed." So he'd give me some more Versed, and I would continue to be awake, and I would continue to be awake. And that repeated. They gave me a lot of Versed, but I was awake through the whole thing and alert and remember it all. That's another factor. So it just became a decision that I need a different vascular surgeon, and that's my decision. But I'm curious what you think. I'm curious what you think about the surgery and whether or not I should be participating in the decision as to when that surgery would occur. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it all the way through this, I appreciate it. 17-minute video, probably much longer than it needed to be, but I appreciate you watching, and if you would be so kind as to let me know what you think, I would greatly appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to my channel, and you'll know each time I post a new video. Thank you very much for being here. Until we meet again, be healthy and happy. Take care. Bye-bye.